Hey, good morning everyone. I'm doing this video recording for you to learn up the part on your chemical formulas and equation. Okay, please receive this new unit folder from the relief teacher. Okay, so firstly write your name, class, date. Right. Okay, so there's a couple of objectives in this unit itself. So some recap. Okay, we'll recap on the symbols of the elements and the formulas, and then deduce the formulas of simple compounds from the relative numbers of atoms present and vice versa, as well as the formula of ionic compounds. So we are going to recap the crisscross method, okay, as well as one-to-one in the case where it's same charge. Okay, different charge, then you do the crisscross method. Alright, okay, then after that we are going to write chemical equations, and then chemical equations with state symbols. Okay, so let's get started with page 2. Okay, the first part is just a recap of writing of chemical formulas. Okay, so compound, okay, made from two elements, okay, has a name that ends with your IDE. So a compound that contains the hydroxide ion, okay, we call it the hydroxide. And then compounds that contains your negatively charged polyatomic ions, usually have names ending with IDE. For example, your sulfate, your nitrate. Okay, nothing too new, you have seen them in unit 5. Alright, okay, so we are going to do a quick recap over here about what how to write chemical formulas. Okay, there's a couple that is more I would say more important, okay, in the sense that because it's not shown in your periodic table, such as your hydroxide, nitrates, carbonate, sulfates, phosphate, as well as your ammonium. Alright, so that's the few that is rather important, and you need to memorize. Alright, because not shown on your periodic table. Alright, okay, so there's a new copy of periodic table on this particular set, so please jot down the charges. Alright, okay, let me erase the irrelevant things. Okay, so you can note down all the polyatomic ions, like what you did earlier over here. Alright, the 6 of them together with the charges. So make all these annotation on your periodic table before we begin. Alright, okay, back to the notes itself. Okay, so please make the annotation on your periodic table as shown earlier on. Okay, so alright, the first part will begin by writing the name of the ionic compound. Okay, so take for example the first one, you see Li and F. Okay, Li, if you refer to your periodic table, is actually lithium, and then F is actually fluoride. Okay, so going back to the notes, this one will be lithium fluoride. Okay, ends with a IDE. Okay, next one, if you look at your periodic table, it will be magnesium Mg. Okay, and then you have S, which is the ion of sulfur sulfide. Okay, so this one is magnesium sulfide. Okay, then the next one, okay, will be potassium oxide. Okay, please don't write it as potassium oxygen. Okay, please don't do this. Okay, potassium oxygen, please don't do this. Next one is magnesium fluoride. Alright. Okay, then we also have aluminium sulfide. This is not sulfate. Sulfate is SO4 2 minus. Okay, so this is not sulfate. Okay, next one I have Ag and NO3. If you look at the periodic table, Ag is actually +1 over here, and then you have NO3 that's now nitrate. If you see that, okay, your nitrate over here, this one, alright. Okay, so that is that is actually your silver nitrate. Okay, please refer to your periodic table. Then you have Na, that is sodium. CO3 is your polyatomic ions carbonate. Alright, next one, you have NH4 and SO4. So if you look at your periodic table, they are here. NH4 ammonium, SO4 is 2 minus sulfate. Okay, so this will be your ammonium sulfate. Alright, then you have Ba. Ba is in group 2. Okay, look it up. It should be here. Proton number 56. Okay, so that is your barium nitrate. Okay, next one is iron chloride, but that's not the N. It's actually iron II chloride, because if you do the reverse of the crisscross, the 2 plus comes here and the minus comes here. Alright, so the II means this one means iron 2. Okay, the 2 tells you the charge. Alright, so the next one, the copper is 2 plus, the sulfate is 2 minus, that's why it's 1 to 1. So this is copper 2 sulfate. Alright, then next thing we have zinc carbonate. Alright, okay, then okay, once we cover that, okay, we are going to look at the writing of the formulas itself. Okay, so the rules for writing the chemical formulas. So the symbol of the metallic element is written first, always. Okay, like for example, sodium chloride, you don't write ClNa, you write NaCl. Alright. Okay, then the number of atoms is actually written as, let me have a look. Alright, written as a subscript, okay, to the right of the atom symbol. Like this one means there's actually 2 of the chlorides. Okay, so the subscript are the simplest set of the whole numbers. So earlier on you learn the crisscross or 1 to 1. This case is the 1 to 1, but you don't write as Ca2O2. Same charge, you write down 1 to 1. Same charge. Alright. Okay, then if it's 1, don't need to write 1. Just like algebra. Then if there's more than 1 polyatomic ion, the formula of that ion is actually placed within the brackets. Okay, so not like this. So this one is Cu2 plus OH minus. So you should do a crisscross, right? Then like that, okay, with a bracket. Alright, and then the formula of an ionic compound is constructed by balancing the charges. All the positive ion must equal all the negative charges. Okay, so now back to this crisscross method. Okay, of course there's another method where you simply balance the charges. That one is harder lah. Okay, so like for example the Ca is 2 plus, OH is minus. Okay, so to balance the charges, the smaller charge you must multiply by 2 to get minus 2, right? Okay, then you can balance off the 2 plus charge from the calcium, but of course most of the time we use this crisscross. Okay, so recap, different charge crisscross, same charge you write down 1 to 1. Okay, don't crisscross. Right? Okay, so now let's practice. Okay, so write the chemical formula of each document. So an additional box is provided for you to write out the ions first. Okay, so let's have a look. So for example, the first one is sodium bromide, sodium and then Br. You go and check the charges. You will realize sodium is +1. Then bromide is under this group, so it's -1. Okay, so that means this one is +1 -1. So this case you do 1 to 1, because it's the same charge, right? Okay, so we write down NaBr. Okay, then subsequently you have aluminium oxide, Al, then O. Let's see the charges. Okay, Al is over here, O is over here, 3 plus and -2. So this case is Al 3 plus, O2 minus. So you do a crisscross, because different charge. So what you do is you write down Al and O. So the 2 comes here, the 3 comes here. That's why you do a crisscross. Alright. Okay. Then next thing, you have potassium and I, so it's K plus and I minus. Alright, so this case you do 1 to 1, so it's Ki. Okay, then you have iron 2, this means the charge of the iron. Okay, those in this part of the periodic table, the yellow box, we call them transition metals. So got no group lah. So they have to tell you what charges it is. Alright. So Fe2 plus, and then sulfate. Sulfate, see your periodic table or the earlier notes, you will see that it's SO4. Okay, you can go back to the page 2 to see also. Yeah, sulfate is here. Alright. Okay, so this SO4 2 minus, so you write down 1 to 1. Okay, so this one answer FeSO4. Alright. Okay, then let me see. Okay, you also have sometimes this magnesium chloride Mg2 plus Cl minus. So again, you do a crisscross. So this is MgCl2, and then you have hydrochloric acid, H plus Cl minus. Okay, so this one acid. So every time you see acid, the cation is H plus. Alright, you go see periodic table, I also got right. Okay, acid H plus. Alright, then the other one is the chloride, Cl minus. Alright. Okay, so 1 to 1. So this one HCl. Okay, then you have sulfuric acid. This one also H plus, SO4 2 minus so this one will be 1 to 1. Okay, so then you have H2SO4 not 1 to 1, sorry, this is a crisscross case. Okay, then you have calcium and fluoride. Back to the periodic table. Calcium is here 2 plus, fluoride is here minus. Alright, okay, so this one is Ca2 plus and minus. So this case you also have a crisscross. So CaF2. Okay, then maybe I show you a couple others like this one, and then another acid. Okay, so nitric acid again, so H plus. Then you have the nitrate polyatomic ion. You can see your periodic table. Nitrate is over here, NO3 minus. So this case you do a 1 to 1 H NO3. Okay, then you have calcium hydroxide, so Ca2 plus. Oh, sorry. Okay, next one I'm going to show you this one. Ca2 plus OH minus. Okay, so you also do a crisscross with bracket. Okay, so CaOH2, but remember to put the bracket around the OH. Okay, likewise for this Pb2 plus NO3 minus. So this will be a case you crisscross with brackets. Okay, so Pb bracket NO3 2 then plus bracket crisscross plus bracket because you got more than one set of polyatomic ions. Okay, then you have ammonium nitrate. Okay, this one is 1 to 1 although both is polyatomic, so NH4 NO3. Alright, okay, sorry, this one should be lead 2 sulfate. Okay, then maybe I show this one to you. Sodium hydroxide Na plus OH minus so 1 to 1 so NaOH. Can? Okay, then what else do we have? Okay, calcium carbonate I show you here Ca2 plus CO3 2 minus, so 1 to 1 so CaCO3. Okay, then we have lead 2 sulfate, that's Pb2 plus, SO4 charge is 2 minus, so 1 to 1 PbSO4. Alright, then we have aluminium sulfate, that's Al3 plus, SO4 2 minus, so that will be crisscross plus bracket, so Al2 SO4 3. This one will be one of the tougher ones okay, then maybe I show you iron 3 oxide Fe3 plus O2 minus, so you do crisscross Fe2O3. Okay, then maybe let's look at zinc chloride that will be Zn2 plus Cl minus. Okay, zinc is over here, so it's always 2 plus and then your chloride is minus 1 take note so this one you need to crisscross but without bracket okay, this is ZnCl2. okay, alright, then silver, take note, is Ag always plus 1, chloride minus, so 1 to 1 so AgCl. okay, can? Okay, so I need you try fill up this page fill out all the example on this page. Okay, so that means the remaining magnesium oxide, sodium oxide, potassium sulfate zinc oxide, all these all can filled up. Okay, plus Okay, the next thing that you do is this worksheet 18 page question 1 to 27 on the chemical formula part. Okay, so plus question 1 to 27 of worksheet 18 chemical equation revision exercise. Okay, so chemical equation revision exercise. That is your worksheet 18. Alright, okay, then one last thing, can update content page. Okay, we item 17 chemical, wait, sorry, should be this way. Unit 6 chemical formula and equation. Today's date 5th of August 24. Notes. Okay, and then number 15 is the chemical bonding and structure. Okay, that is, you can put last week's date I think. 29th of July 24. That's the assignment. Alright, okay, so record down these two items. Okay, then this is it for today's video.